right. Where we at? Where we at? Okay. What's happening? Live and direct, and we back again with another video, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Thank you, man. If you're tuning in, stay in there, man. Hang in there with me, man. You're gonna learn something today. I'm gonna tell you something that you've never heard before in life. I'm gonna tell you something today that's gonna inspire you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you something, man. That's just gonna, blow your mind. You know what I mean? So we gonna go through this journey together, man. So if you here, man, you're in the right place, man. It ain't, don't turn this off and go watch no TV and listen. You know what I mean? You right here, man. All right. So here we go. The last video was about when when a young man and a young woman gets pregnant, and the first stages, what we talked about. First stages of pregnancy. Make sure you take care of the woman. Make sure she's in a relaxed, smooth, cozy, educational and safe environment. You know what I mean? And you protect that woman, and you play that part. All right, now the baby's born, you're in a hospital, you know what I'm saying? Make sure, you're there, through those processes, and make sure you're there through those visits with the baby. So your baby is, is protected, you know what I mean? They see a father there, they won't take chances. They won't, slip no notes in there. They won't, your woman won't accidentally sign a consent form, that allows, the entity to, experiment on your baby, you know what I mean? So, make sure you're there in the hospital as a watchdog, when your woman is pregnant and with the baby, all the visits and all that. Make sure you're there. All right. You know what I mean? Anything that I say is it's all true. It's all law. You know what I mean? Ain't no need to question it, because it's all wisdom. You know what I mean? You can't question wisdom, because wisdom is something that I earn. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm giving you the wisdom. All right, so here we go. So the last video was about, that section of the pregnancy, and so now we're gonna go. Where we at? What was it? Pregnancy to 3 months. That was the video, the last video. Pregnancy to 3 months. So 3 months to 3 years old. Can we do 3 months to 3 years old? Can we call it that? All right, so that's gonna be the theme. 3 months to 3 years old. So that's a good 4 years right there. That's, you know what I mean? 3 years right there. That's very crucial. Okay, so as a baby, as a father, here's what you need to start doing, man. Here's the little things you need to start doing. Off the rip, man. Start cutting your fingernails, man. Your nails is dirty. You know what I'm saying? You don't cut your nails, you don't file them down. You're gonna transfer germs and bacteria to your baby, man. Start, you know what I'm saying? So start washing your hands, keeping your hands real clean, man. All right. If you have a beard, you know what I'm saying? I used to keep a big beard myself. I used to keep the full joint. You know what I mean? Like I was from Philly or something. You know what I mean? But be well shaved, man. Keep a clean cut with the baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a bushy face. You want to look like a Viking or something. You want to look all rough. You know what I'm saying? Man, forget all that, man. Let the baby see your natural face, man. You know what I'm saying? So get you a haircut, and then let your hair grow naturally. Let the baby see you grow that beard naturally. Don't just present yourself with a whole goofy, hairy face to the baby, and then, you know what I mean? Nah, don't do that to the baby, man. Present yourself, make yourself presentable when the baby arrives. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're well groomed. You know what I mean? That's very important. If you're a hairy dude, you know what I'm saying? Shave your chest, man. You know what I mean? If you want them hairy cats, you shouldn't be. That means you have that Neanderthal gene still up in you. If you're very, very hairy, you know what I'm saying? So, but I have hair on my chest, so you know what I mean. So you want to keep that, if you that bush down, because it's gonna be a point where you have to have that baby on your chest, that bare skin to skin, and you don't want all that hair. You know what I'm saying? The hair's dirty, it's stinking, got bacteria, man. You don't take bath anyway because you're a dirty dude anyway. You know what I mean? So you want to just cut the hair, man. Make sure it ain't all pointy and fuzzy. That way you ain't poking the baby with the hair. You know what I'm saying? So be real crucial with that. All right. So make sure your hygienes is well up to par. You know what I mean? Have good hygienes when you have a baby and a newborn. You know what I mean? So always keep your hands clean and your face clean. All right. Always keep your mouth clean. Your mouth got a lot of bacteria. You're going to be all in baby face, all that nonsense. You know what I mean? The baby got to smell your hot breath. You know what I'm saying? The baby can't speak and communicate. So, that could be a trigger for the baby. You bring the baby into a new world. And first thing that happened, first thing he smell your funky breath. You know what I'm saying? Have some respect for the baby, man. No cap. All right, so you know what I mean. So that's respect the newborn, man. Respect the life, man. So the baby comes out, man. You know what I mean. Make sure you have good hygienes about yourself, and so that way that the baby stays clean. The baby don't get sick. Catch bacteria infections and all that nonsense because you're filthy and dirty. All right. So you as a person, you need to have self awareness as a man, as a woman, to start keeping yourself clean, very hygienic, because you have a new baby around, and they just gonna require a lot of clean surfaces around itself, and have a clean environment. Okay. So yeah, so as a man, like I was saying, man, start grooming yourself. Get the hair off your face so the baby can see a bare face. And then if you have, if you like wearing a beard or whatever, I don't care if you're religious or not, or that nonsense. Oh, I gotta keep it. Nah, man, cut it off. I don't care if you're a Rastafarian. Now you're doing it for your child, man. You're doing it for your seed, man. All that man-made stuff, what I'm saying? Take that stuff out the window, man. All that belief stuff, man. All right, I'm telling you, man. Cut your facial hair off, man. Don't tell me it's your religion. You got to keep that. You wasn't born with no hair on your face, man. All right? Don't argue with me, man. All right? Don't disagree with the God. You understand? It's all wisdom. It's all coming from here, like I always tell you, man. All right? So here you go. I apologize about that. That was a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do, but I'm trying to instill that positivity. Like I said, man, I don't have the smooth words to to just tell you, hey, buddy, you know what I mean? Listen to me. It's good for you. You don't understand. I don't have time to do all that right now. All right, so just understanding, everything that I'm telling you is coming from the goodness of my heart. It's coming from pure. It's all. It's all real, man. It's all genuine, man. There's no malice in this, man. Because we talking about the children. We talking about raising kids, man. And I'm, like, come on, I ain't got time to play with y'all. All right, so keep yourself, your hygiene's up to par, and that goes for you, for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when you have a newborn, stop wearing, don't wear makeup. Don't be heavy into the perfumes and all that. I know you want to smell good with the Bath and Body Works and all that. You know what I'm saying? But keep all that chemical stuff, you know what I'm saying, off you, because, it's going to be skin to skin. The baby don't need to smell all that. You know what I mean? The skin is very sensitive. A lot of things could be triggered. So you know what I mean? You want to keep everything kind of pure and natural. You know what I mean? Pure and natural. No fragrances. You know what I mean? No heavy on that stuff. All right? What else? Oh, and another thing, when you're new, you know what I mean? This don't apply, this don't apply to newborns, but all fathers, starting right now, man. Start right now. You get on your phone, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, get on your phone, yada yada yada. Go to your app store, your whatever store, and download you put in sex offender, download all the sex offender apps that you can get for free, you know what I'm saying? Or if you got it like that, you pay for the official real tissue joints, or you upgrade. Get you some sex offender apps. Get you some sex offender apps. You know what I'm saying? Go to your Google store, go to your Apple, Apple Play Store, your app store, you know what I mean? Wherever you need to go on your mobile phone to get an application about, a GPS that's going to locate sex offenders in your neighborhood, in your block, in your zip code, in your area, in your work area. You need to know your surroundings, man. You need to start knowing how to protect your child, not just, around you. You might think you tough, or cause you toting something. That's not protecting your child, man. You stuck in a bubble, man. You know what I mean? You gotta know how to protect your child on all levels, man. All right? So you know what I mean? So have that intact, man. So that way, you know what I mean? For me, I live, in you know what I mean? I could go on my phone right now, and I got the phone the sex drone sex offender locator app on there. Man, I it's like 50, 60 of them joints, man. There's a building You know what I mean? A couple of blocks away, man. The city just, you know what I mean? I guess they just house them cats up in there, man. All right, so be aware, man. And then, for a good 10 joints, 10 years, I was living to a sex offender home. You know what I mean? I guess, the landlords, I guess it was easy money. It was making contracts to these people, and then they was just housing these guys in there, man. Because I noticed that joint. I said, man, when I moved in the joint, you know what I mean? I seen a black dude and a white dude living together. I'm like, yo, man, they were grown, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I've been to college, you know what I mean? I lived in the dorms, okay, but nah, these is grown men, all right? You know what I'm saying? But I've also seen where men lived. Also, I've seen men living in the prisons like that. You know what I'm saying? Black dude and white dude. So that's the only time I've seen that. So I'm like, man, these cats ain't no way, man. Ain't no way these cats is rooming up, tagging up. You know what I mean? Hell no. So I already knew what it was. So that's when I started finding out, yeah, man, that your city, your county, they'll designate, certain houses, areas, and they'll house sex offenders in there. They might have a building that they're renting for somebody, you know what I mean? But they're all in cahoots with each other. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be next to you. It ain't gonna be next to them that they put these people. You know what I mean? But who knows? I don't know. But get you a sex offender act, a sex offender locator app, and yeah, man, and see what these dudes at in your neighborhood because they live there, so they'll tell you where they work at and all that. And then, and of course, you could get the up to date right to now joint if you go to your state joint, and then I guess you could type in your zip code or whatever. I don't know how it works. I never did that. I just went straight to the apps, so I know where I'm at all times. You know what I mean? Do that where you work at, where you drop your kids off at, where where they babysit at, the school at. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere where your kids are always gonna be at or the location. Just have that in your mind, man. As a man, your job is to protect the child, man. Because you know what I mean? There's a war going on outside, like I told you. All right, so all fathers, man, do that, man. All mothers do that, man. Get that app. You know what I'm saying, and so you can know what's going on. And for real, man, you got one of them cats in your family, man. It's time to address it and exile that family member, man. You know what I mean? That needs to be exiled, and you need to keep that away as far away from your children, man. If you know your uncle has a history of, back in the day, he touched one of your sisters, one of your aunts and whatever, why you gonna bring? Why you gonna? You know what I mean? Why you gonna bring your child around that person? Because it's your daddy? Come on, man. Any accusation, man, I'm just keeping the kids away, man. Just cause, man. Even if it's false or not. Even if it's false, even if it's true. I don't care if it's, you know what I mean? You get the point. I'm keeping the kids away, man. That's just a precaution as a man. All right? So yeah, so you got to be heavy on that, man. You got to be heavy on that. All right, you know what I'm saying? You got kids, man. You got little ones, man. 1 year old, 2 years old. You know what I mean? Yo, man, don't be having your kids just be left with anybody, man. Just because you got to go to work and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? Making arrangements, man. Make sacrifices, man. I don't care about no job, man. I quit a job in a minute, man. If it you know what I mean? If it ain't gonna be conducive to my children's well being, man. I ain't no slave to no job, man. I didn't work a whole lot of jobs. I'm not programmed no more, man. I'm my own boss. I'm my own supervisor, man. I tell a job what I want, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So make sure, man, your child's always in a safe environment, man. You know what I mean? Because y'all be leaving your kids around anybody, man. And for some of these, some of my women out there, man. And y'all guilty, man. Y'all just be, y'all just be having the children around all types of random guys and dudes, and that's very dangerous, man. I know you don't expect a man to be a predator, but you have to be very, very, very careful, man. We live in a very hyper sexualized, psycho, this crazy world, man. So a lot of our dudes are messed up out there, man. So you can't just leave a dude around, man. I remember back in the day, man, I met this girl, man. You know what I mean? And she just had, she, of course, she recognized that I was a good dude, but that ain't the point. You know, that joint could have been all an act. I could have just, I could have been just, finessing. You know what I mean? She had me, around the, the daughter, you know what I mean? We laid up, you know what I mean? Everything was smooth, you know what I mean? I ain't no problem, you know what I mean? I meet Shorty, she had a baby, she had a baby. You know what I mean? I don't mind, get the baby some food, you know what I mean? Get the little Pampers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I'm dating a girl and she got a kid, you know what I mean? That's all, that's 2-in-1 package, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? If this, if it, ain't no issue if a dad or whatever. But, if the baby's around me, I consider that, that's my child. She's in my care. One day, man, this girl, it was less than, I don't even know for a month, man. I'm already in the house around the baby. I'm kicked back. Maybe because I'm just, a good guy like that. I have it like that, whatever. But back then, I don't know, she was naive or whatever. She just wanted a man in her life. I don't know what it was, but she had me around her child, bro. And it kind of, and then she did the unthinkable. She was like, yo, Jeff, you know what I mean? I got to get this, can you watch such and such for me? And it blew my mind, bro. It blew my mind, man. You know what I'm saying? That this girl, she knew me, not even, 30 days, whatever, you know what I'm saying? She took a good liking to me, you know what I mean? Yes, you know what I mean? But still, bro. I could have been one of them dudes that was just, you know what I mean? You don't put yourself, you don't put the baby in a situation for anything like that, man. So don't do that. Ladies, man, if you meet a dude, I don't care if the dude's official, if he a peer official, man, don't, you know what I mean? Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't leave your child around. No, you know what I mean? Yo, Shorty asked me, can I babysit? You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, hell, nah, man. And, after that, man, it turned me off. I cut her off, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because it was like, whoa, she out there. I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I can't, no, I couldn't do it, bro. I cut her off, man. So, yeah, man, yeah, that was a turn off to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so don't have your baby, your child around anybody, man. Don't do that. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So as a father, man, don't be naive, man. Don't be no square, man. Don't, you know what I mean? Just come on, bro. Everybody, we live in a fake culture where everybody call themselves goons and wolves and all that. And here you go, letting your little girl, your little boy out there to them, and you think they supposed to protect and save your kid. All right, man. So you know what I mean? So that's where we at. So you got a little newborn, man. Be aware of the surroundings, of the people, the environment, everything, man. Keep your house clean. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, don't have your house all cluttered up, man. A lot of us, man, we living like that, man. You go in your house, man, there's clothes all over the place. That means the house there's no stability. There's you know what I mean? There's no real man in the house, man. There's no structure in the house, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no, a real foundation. You know what I mean? The structure is all wrong. That means there's issues in that house. You know what I mean? So we got to look into that and cut all that out, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can't have the house all cluttered up and you know what I mean, and do all that. Make sure the baby's in a safe environment, man. The baby's breathing some good air. You know what I mean? The house don't smell like tobacco. House don't smell like Black and Miles. House don't smell like cannabis. You know what I'm saying? House don't smell like bacon. Yeah, that's another one, man. All that grease, you know what I'm saying? That when that baby, you gotta understand, man. You might love bacon and all that, and you cooking and that smell might be good to you, but when you bring the baby into the world, what makes you think that smell, that grease frying? Well, how come you don't got no bacon cologne and all that? If you love bacon so damn much, bro. Yo, that smell right there, man. Yo, when I smell that in my house, bro, it makes me want to throw up, man. It upsets my stomach, man. It's foul, man. That means if the gas is poisonous, the food has to be poisoned. All right. Don't be cooking no bacon and frying all that crap in your house, man, with a newborn, man. Introducing all that toxin and he's, he or she smelling all that stuff, man. You know what I mean? You can't cook anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to cook. You think cooking is frying some bacon and some eggs, man. Throwing some animal fat on there, man. I ain't cooking, bro. You think it is, but I ain't cooking, bro. You ain't gonna feed no baby no chicken wings. So how's that cooking? If you know what I mean, you ain't gonna feed a baby a steak. So how's you cooking, bro? That ain't no real cooking, bro. Real cooking is when everybody at the table can eat. You heard what I said? Real cooking is when everybody and anybody at the table can eat something, bro. You shouldn't have to have teeth to eat your cooking, bro. That means you ain't cooking right, man. You only cooking for yourself. You're being selfish. Stop cooking for yourself and start cooking for that baby, man. All right. And anyway, yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah. So keep those elements away from the baby. You know, make sure the baby's breathing some good air, man. Because you know what I mean, that food, that bad cooking that you doing, that grease, you know, those chitlins, that fried chicken that you think you doing something, you cooking in there. That stuff it's not good to the baby, man. It's not good for you neither, man. You know what I mean? All right. So it's kind of like, you know, you cleanse your body, you fresh off all that stuff. Then you come in, you smell it, and it makes you sick, man. I remember back in the day, man, I was walking, man, and I smelled the McDonald's like that, man. You know what I mean? I'm walking, you know what I mean? I'm leaving school, I'm walking through the junction, you know what I mean? And I smelled the McDonald's, bro, and I threw up, man. I threw up in the street, man, because I smelled the stuff from the McDonald's, bro. So that's how I know the smells are very powerful, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. That joint, man. Watch the smells that you got around your baby, man. Because they could turn your baby's stomach up, give them all types of stuff, and then, you know what I mean, and mess up their senses, man. All right? That stuff is very powerful. All right, so yeah, so keep yourself, you know, nice and clean. Keep that house clean. You know what I'm saying? If you got carpet, vacuum the joint. If you got pets, man. I mean, I'm not a pet person, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't believe in domesticating, you know what I'm saying, animals, you know what I'm saying? That's not my culture, you know what I'm saying? I don't live with no animals, man. Animals are meant to be outside. You want an animal, you want something to be pretty-eyed, put a nice fishy aquarium or whatever. But you know what I mean? That's not the code, that's not the original culture, man. The animals want it outside, man. You know what I mean? But if you have an animal, you got a dog or whatever, man, keep that stuff separated, man. Wait till baby get, you know what I'm saying, give up of age, man. Don't have the dog licking your baby, man. You know, come on, man. Cut all that stuff out, all right? Cut it out. Don't have no animal licking your dog, man. And if you a dog licker, man, if you a dog kiss licker, man, don't be kissing your baby. If you know your moms and them and your uncles and them got a dog and they love to kiss the dog, got the dog all in their mouth, don't have them kissing your baby, man. Watch who be kissing your baby. Watch who put their mouth on your baby, man. Matter of fact, don't even watch it. You know what I'm saying? Set the rule, man. Nobody kissing your baby with you and the mother, man. Don't nobody be kissing your baby, man. All right? Set the rule like that, man. That way you avoid all that nonsense, man. You come home, your baby got all types of little stuff on their face, man. Because you know what I'm saying? Somebody done kissed your baby and you know what I mean? Their mouth wasn't right, man. Now I told you, a baby's skin is very sensitive. It'll absorb all that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have been doing some all types of stuff the night before, and then here you go, come, you know, hey, the baby's so cute. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out, man. Be paranoid when it comes to your babies, man. Be paranoid, man. It's gonna save your baby's life, man. So yeah, man. So that's where you gotta be at, man. Just be mindful of everything, all the surroundings, man. You know what I mean? You will never have no real problems for real, man. Throughout your, you know, raising your kids and all that. All you gotta do is be mindful of the environment, man. If you can control the environment, you ain't gonna have no issues raising your child. But if you're the environment, then yeah. So 3 months to 3 years old. I'm about to tell y'all, man. If you're a bad person, if you're a piece of crap of a person, that's what your kids are gonna see. Your kids are gonna mirror what you do. So if you're out there, you think you're a thug, you're a goon, you're a gangster, and that's the image you want to portray and show to your child. Everything is hard and tough and street and violent and all this. Yeah, your child's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna confuse the child, right? When you're this tough and violent and this gangster and all that. But there's no materials to go with it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to confuse the child because when he's watching TV, he's going to see the houses. He's going to see the big houses. You know what I'm saying? All the nice things that, you know what I'm saying, that comes with that, and you don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff needs to stop, man. We need to stop this false negative culture of, just being tough and being hard and being gangster, man. That's not even that's not even our culture, man. That's why we can't make it. That's why we can't even survive as being tough and gangsters, because that's not our culture, man. Being tough and gangster don't get the black man nothing out of life, man. Because we, you know what I'm saying, out of this life, because that's not a culture, because it was something that was created by another culture. The whole gangster thing was created by a whole nother culture. The whole tough guy thing was created by a whole nother culture. The whole being hard, that was created by a whole nother culture. That's not your culture, man. You know what I'm saying? If you trace back down in your blood, you're a warrior, man. You're not a gangster. Gangsters are man-made stuff, bro. Man-made concept, man. Ideology, man. And then you turned it into a behavior, and you think it equates to being manly, man. You know what I'm saying? Most of us got that gangster persona, from Italian movies. They told you what a gangster was. But it seems, but you still don't follow what the original was, even if you like that. Gangsters took care of their family, from what I remember. Gangsters, went and committed, crimes in other neighborhoods. They didn't commit crimes in their neighborhood, in their backyard. That's the gangster persona that the American culture sold back in the day. So this new gangster stuff, come on, man, come on, bro. It's not even realistic, bro. You just the enemy, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, teach your try to promote being smart, not being hard and being tough into your child, because being tough and hard, it's not something you could just teach somebody, bro. That's a characteristic. That's something that has to come, or already instilled in you, or it's something you have to grow into. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach that. So as a child, you know what I'm saying, you have to instill being smart. So you got to, you got to want your child to be hungry and yearning for knowledge. When you take your child somewhere, your child should be, when your child see a book, your child should be reaching for the book, not Elmo. That's how your child gonna survive out here, man. Now you see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about being hard and being smart. That's the level I'm talking about when we bringing it to the children. All right. And as parents, man, young parents, our children mimic our behavior. So if you're goofy, yeah, your children are gonna be doing the same goofy things that you. You know what I'm saying? So. Here's what we do. Here's what we're not gonna do. You got a little baby, you got a little child, man. Yo, stop using profanity, man. Stop cursing. Stop using profanity, man. Stop being in your feelings, man. Control your emotions, man, when you have children, bro. Control your actions, man. Watch what you do around them. Watch what you say, man. Your tone, your voice, you know what I'm saying? All that matters, man. Your baby is learning. It's like a computer. Everything you put into the baby, the baby's storing everything. At first, it ain't nothing because everything is brand new. But after a while, you start storing so much data. All that data inside that computer starts turning into it start looking into a picture. It start forming a picture. It start forming a story. And now that's where the baby starts coming into the understanding. So that's what they start following. You know what I mean? So if you start cursing and cursing and cursing, so yeah, your child will continue to curse. And guess what? That curse words are going to be stuck in that baby's head. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they're going to know how to express themselves. Oh, yeah, when mommy get mad, mommy uses this word. When daddy get mad, daddy uses this word. And that's what they're gonna associate with getting mad about. So when little Timmy get mad, Timmy's gonna be like, you know what I mean? So you have to be very mindful of the child's brain. So when you're a father, you have a newborn, your goal is now to start focusing on the developmental stages of that baby's brain. Now you have to start programming your baby. As a newborn, you have to start programming your baby. This is when you start raising your baby. It's the same thing. Programming your baby, raising your baby. It's the same term. It's just, you know what I mean? It means the same thing in this aspect. So you have to be very careful what goes into your baby's brain and what is blocked from in how you can block things from entering your baby's brain. So you got to put those security, that malware, that spyware on your baby. You know, treat your baby like a computer, man. Have that antivirus for your baby, man. All right? Because once your baby gets the wrong program, it's over. You can have all the good things, all the good softwares in a computer. You have that one program. That program can destroy your whole Mac. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying, man. It'll shut your whole joint down, man. It'll shut your whole joint down, man. So look at it in that aspect. If I'm just trying to make you to understand, man. As a father, man, you have to be very careful what's gonna go into your baby's brain, because you don't want the baby to be like you. You want the baby to be better than you. You want the baby to be smarter than you. You want the baby to have the advantages that you didn't have. That's your goal as a father, is to start teaching your offspring the things that you know as an adult, that way they won't have to go through it as they're coming along into their adulthood. You know what I mean? That's the whole. All you're doing is showing your child the blueprint. You already have the blueprint because you already failed. So now you have the blueprint because you had your trials and tribulations. So now you're going to pass that program, the right program with all the improvements to your child. So that's what it's about, man. You're in the house with your baby, man. Make sure you got that you got that smooth, calm music playing. If you want to introduce, your baby to different cultural music, yeah, you can play Spanish music, you know what I'm saying? You could play some, some Afro beats, some African music, you know what I'm saying? You could play some techno music, you know what I'm saying? You could play some jazz, you know what I'm saying? You can play all types of stuff. You know what I mean? Just don't play. You already know what to play. The stuff that you like. You know what I mean? That destructive music. You know what I'm saying? You can play that, that good old R&B. You know what I mean? If you want some good music that you don't know what to listen to, go back to listen to music from the 60s, music from the 70s, and music from the 80s. You know what I'm saying? 80s disco. You know what I mean? That's a good genre of music to listen to. Jazz, techno, the softer techno, that's the kind of real melodic type of trance type of music that's good for your baby. They call it, electronic type music, you know what I mean? But, my era, we call it a little techno, but not the harsh stadium type techno, you know what I mean? The good vibe ones, you know what I'm saying? The type of music you just drive to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Those type of music, brain music. It could have lyrics and singing on there, or it could just be all instrumental. That's fine. You know what I mean? Have some good jazz music, some good vibe music, setting music. Not that rough on the block corner, you know what I'm saying? In the club, you know what I mean? Murder scene music. Nah, you don't want that. You want your child hearing that. So what I'm saying? So be careful what type of music and type of movies that you're watching. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'd stay away from TV altogether. Unless you're watching like a documentary that you're learning something from. Unless you're watching videos, of course. Now, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, everything's on, on the TV. So, you know what I mean? You watching me on your TV. If you're gonna watch TV, any type of form of electronic, make sure you're learning something. That's the whole point I'm trying to tell you. Make sure you're learning something from it. You're not just there to just be entertained, just to escape. You had a hard day at work. You just want to, dive into this. Nah. You're going to learn something from this. All right? So as a father, man, so make sure that baby is protected, man. That's most important. You know what I mean? You changing diapers and all that. Make sure you have some good diapers. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the baby's well hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you always want to make sure the baby's. I rather the baby's overfed than underfed. So you know what I'm saying? You keep that bottle breast milk on deck. You keep that boob on deck. You know what I'm saying? Always make sure that the baby's always fed. You know what I'm saying? Babies normally eat every 2 hours as a newborn. So you know what I mean? So make sure you keep that breast in there. You know what I mean? If you need to go to the doctor, get the help some lactate doctor to help you, you know what I'm saying, get the baby to latch on the breast and to start to suction and all that. You know what I mean? You can go through that. The doctors, some places, they offer that. Yeah, man, make sure you get that baby that breast milk. That's most important. Promote that to your woman. Most women feel like, oh, if the baby starts sucking on my joint, I ain't gonna have good breast. My breast gonna be all stuck. I seen what it did to my grandma. Man, shut up. All right, like I said, it ain't about you. It's about the health of the baby. You're being selfish. You think about it. You know what I'm saying? After a certain age, anyway, don't no man want to. You know what I mean? No man should be sucking on your breast anyway. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. After a couple of babies, man, I ain't sucking on no more breasts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's for the baby, man. That's another thing. Yeah, man. When you're your woman, your woman breastfeeding, man, keep your mouth off your breast, man. All them stuff you be playing, man, cut it out, man. You're not, you know what I mean? You ain't looking no breast, bro. All right? That's another thing. So yeah, man. So breastfeeding is definitely, I kind of forgot about that part. That's a very essential part to your child's development. You don't breastfeed, your child's gonna have some problems. If you do not breastfeed, if you do not produce breast milk, or if you let your doctors discourage you from breastfeeding, your baby's gonna have some problems. And the reason, and you don't know what the problems are, so that's why you're making that decision. So I'm letting you know right now. Make sure when you're pregnant, you start getting your eating right, doing right, taking care of your body, cleansing. You know what I'm saying, drinking plenty of fluids, good fluids, so that breast milk will start being right. You don't breast milk, you don't breastfeed. Here's what's gonna happen to your baby. The chances of your child having developmental issues, having physical issues like illnesses, is going to be at a higher risk because the breast milk provides nutrients from God, bro. I mean, what the hell do you want me to tell you, bro? It came from the mother. What more do you need to know? If the milk came from the mother, you out there drinking cow milk, and now you trying to not agree with breast milk. Tell somebody make sense to me. All right, so yeah, excuse me for that. You know what I mean? I had a little flashback, but yeah, I encourage you, get your woman to pump that milk. A lot of women are lazy. Oh, it hurt because the breast is so hard and tender and all that. They got pumps. Get that pump, man. The doctors got the pump. Get the pump. There's pumps out there. There's breast pumps. Get that milk out there, man. Save your baby's life, man. You want to argue? You want to argue with your woman? Argue about that, man. That's the only arguments you should be having with your woman, man. Get her to breastfeed, man. That's the only argument I have with women, man. Because I don't, me as a man, I don't argue. I don't go back and forth with men. But the only time I will argue is when it comes to the survival of the child, or of me having a knowledge and they don't have it, and I'm trying to convince them. That's the only time I may have an argument, man. After that, man, I don't even open my mouth, man. I save my breath. All right. So yeah, man. So make sure your woman breastfeeds, man, because when your child breastfeeds, man, your child's gonna come out to be a little smart. Your child's gonna come out. The chance of your child coming out to be normal are very high if you breastfeed. That's a fact. I mean, of course, as a, the medical, people, they're not gonna flat out and say that in those terms, in those words, because they know, a lot of women are incapable of doing that, so they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So, you know what I mean? So I understand that part. I understand medically, yeah, there's some women who can't do it, but I'm telling you right now, if you, as a woman, as a little young woman, you want to be able to take care of your children, start eating right. You'll be able to breastfeed. Start living a healthy lifestyle. You'll be able to breastfeed. All right. So now that you know that, it's the food, it's the stuff you're eating, it's the stresses that you're putting to your body, it's the things, all that other stuff. That's what affecting you. There you go. So encourage your woman, man, your girlfriend to breastfeed that child. It's gonna save some money. It's very, you know what I'm saying? No cap. It's gonna save some money. It's gonna keep the child very, very full, fed, and all the nutrition, man. I mean, look at nature, man. That's what it's about, bro. That's what's it about, man. The mother, gives the milk, you know what I'm saying, until the father, goes out, and while the father goes out and go plucks, you know what I'm saying, that little animals, and he regurgitates it and brings it back to, I mean, the mother does the same. It's all the same concept, but the milk, man. All right. So if medically for some issue you can't have that milk, then of course, yeah, they're gonna supplement, giving you the formula and all that, and don't get nobody else's breast milk. You know what I mean? I appreciate the love and all that. It's a good, if you're gonna do that, get your sister's breast milk. Get it from a family member. Get it, Don't get it from elsewhere, because you don't really know. You don't know the science behind that. You know what I mean? You don't know how that's stored, kept, and where it's from, and all that. How it's tested. You have somebody just giving you, hey, this is somebody else's breast milk. It's donated. It's been tested, whatever. They just present it to you, and they take you. You want that? You want to take that and give it to your baby. Nah, just have a family member. You know what I mean? Somebody that is good health. You know what I mean? Breastfeed your baby, man. I think they say, you could get, even without having a baby, you can get the breast to produce milk. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but if you're incapable, ladies, if you're incapable of producing that breast milk, if it's really a problem, you know what I mean? If it ain't just you being lazy and you can't take the pain because your breast is sore and big and all that, if it's really an issue, then yeah, okay, you can supplement to the Similac. Just know, man, you know what I mean? You should try a little harder, or just know, you know what I mean? It's gonna be, the baby ain't gonna be 100%. If your baby's supposed to be 100%, with all the supplemental stuff, your baby gonna be like 90%. And you don't know that 10%. You don't know what aspect of that baby where it's gonna land at. You don't know what's gonna be lacking. You don't know what's gonna be deficient. That 10%. That 10% could be huge. It could be minor right now, but it could be huge later on in life. You don't know. So that's why it's good to go natural. And of course, as 2024, when you go to a hospital, they do promote women to breastfeed. You know what I'm saying? So they do promote that nowadays. You know what I mean? So don't fall into that that other trap. They do, you know what I'm saying? When you go, you know what I'm saying, go through all the nursing stuff, they do promote that. They want you to breastfeed, you know what I mean? Because it's less work, and you know what I mean? They do want you to breastfeed. You know what I mean? And then, and there was some issues, a little while ago with the powder. There was some, I guess, it was something with the powder that was no good, and they found out, it was contaminated. So you want to stay away from that. You gotta understand, it's on the shelf like anything else, and a lot of things get recalled. So people make mistakes. You gotta understand, they making these things in factories and all that. People make mistakes. You might have a factory worker that, is lazy. He messed up and contaminated a whole batch of baby powder. You know what I'm saying? And out of, portion, you don't know where that joint at. You don't know where to contaminate 300,000, Similac bottles that was contaminated because this dude did this. You don't know where that at. Where is it at? So they say, hey, we're going to take this off the market for a couple of years. That's the only way we're going to eliminate the junk. All right, so you can't instill, your trust in these companies, because you're not there in these companies knowing how things are made. You know what I mean? Come on. Have you ever been behind a fast food restaurant kitchen? Come on now. But y'all love eating that stuff. But come on, you know yourself. You don't even want to go back. You don't even want to see what's back there. You rather not go back there, just so you can continue to eat that food. All right, so cut it out. All right, so yeah, so try to get your girl to breastfeed, and that's very important, man. That's gonna help your child developmental wise with the bones. It's gonna make your child smarter. It's gonna make your child have all the senses, the sights, the smell, the hearing. All the child's senses gonna be up to par. You know what I mean? And your child's gonna be strong, and that's what it is, man. That's just what it is. It's kind of like when you like for farmers and people who have animals and stuff. Let's say you got a dog, right? A dog, I mean, has a litter, has eight babies, right? Eight babies, and then eight babies, and then only got like six nipples. So now the two dogs that two baby dogs that don't have a nipple to suck on, you take them two dogs, you start give them your own type of milk, your own milk. They start out the bottle. You know how you do it in the zoo, you see it on TV. They giving the milk, they producing the milk for the dog. Next thing you know, a couple of months later, the dogs start getting sick. Yada 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 yada. The dog's gonna pass eventually, man. It ain't gonna make it. It ain't gonna make it. Because the natural enzymes that he's getting from the mother dog, those right there have things that man cannot reproduce. Meaning those enzymes that the dog gets from the milk give that dog instincts. Give that dog a pulse. Like if that dog is just dead right there, that enzyme will allow that dog to have one last heartbeat, boom, to save his life, to make that dog jump up. That's that survival trait. Man cannot reproduce that in that formula. Now you get what I'm saying? So your child will die in certain situations because I had a little dog, and you know what I'm saying, and I was given two dogs, right, out of a litter. You know what I'm saying? My young bull gave me two dogs, a black dog and a brown dog. This is my first time having dogs. You know what I mean? I remember having dogs. I was excited. I had two little dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm fresh. Yeah, I mean, I named I named one of the dogs Vic. After Michael Vick. You know what I'm saying? That was around the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I forgot what I named the other dog. But I had the brown dog and I had a black dog. And I was giving both dogs the same thing, but both dogs was cut short away from their from the mother. So you know what I mean. But the moral of the story is one of the dogs died, man. It was sad as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? I was mad as fool. You know what I mean? One of the dogs died. The black dog went on to survive, of course, because of natural selection. Because it's black and it's gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? That's just natural selection. The dominant gene is gonna get that push because that dominant gene probably had more milk from the mother. Nah, but even if that wasn't the case, but that brings a whole nother point that we're gonna talk about. Dominant and recessive genes and all that, and the gene get to the strong gene get to survive. You know what I'm saying? Nature will choose that gene to survive. You know what I mean? That's just the laws, right? But anyway, I'm just saying this, man. Your child will have a better chance of survival. You know what I'm saying? If you go through that breast milk. I guarantee you, man. You know what I mean? And so, pregnancy and all that, having a child is a very sacred, it's a very spiritual, it's a very serious time. Everybody's all happy and all that, but it's very serious, man, because you're setting up, you're propping up your future generation, man. So you got to be very, very careful, very, very delicate with what you do, what you say. With the baby, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you as a man. All right. So yeah, so your goal is to start instilling all these psychological things that you want your baby to have. So you should start forming your baby's personality and your baby's ways by the things that you're gonna start putting in their brain. So if you're a knucklehead and you don't have too much education yourself, you know what I mean, you're just out there. Look, just do this, man. Teach your baby just things from a Afrocentric point of view. Not a, you know what I mean? That way everything could be pure. It ain't tainted. You know what I'm saying? So just start putting these things into your baby's brain. Don't put that, the westernized, stuff that we we've been used to. Separate yourself from that. Be unique. Let your baby be unique. By being unique is by not allowing your baby to be programmed and just being one, the crowd, just being going along with what everybody else is doing. Let your baby be different and raise your baby differently than what's going on. All right? And differently means you're getting the information and then you're providing that to your baby. Even if it's information you yourself didn't have when you was a child, but you recognize, hey, I didn't have that child. Okay, so my child needs that. There you go. All right. All right. So now, from 1 to 2, 3 years old, so you're in a baby stage. What you want to do? You want to start taking a baby out in nature, man. You know what I'm saying? Start taking your baby out in nature so your baby start visualizing, start to see trees. You know what I'm saying? Start to hear the birds. You know what I'm saying? So take your baby out in nature so they can start seeing those elements. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just those walls that they used to. And you know what I'm saying? It ain't that ceiling. You know what I'm saying? That bed and that crib that they always seen. You know what I mean? It ain't just that, man. So start taking your baby out so your baby can get a visual. All right. Of things of the environment of the world. You know what I mean? So even if take your baby to a park, do that. You know what I mean? So just the baby could just bring in, pretty much, getting all that photogenic energy and memory into his body, man. So that's what you're doing, man. So you're being very careful, being very, very precise on what is entering your baby's brain. So you have to be very, very mindful of that. All right. And as a man, you have to know that. You have to be aware of what's going inside your baby's brain. You have to know that as a father. All right, so take your child around good environments and take your child around learning environments. All right. So let's say you got a couple of somebody that has a baby, that's around the same age as your baby. Okay, it's cool to have your baby intermingle and be around other babies and stuff like that. So if you got a 1-year-old and you know what I'm saying, your people's got a 1-year-old and y'all on the same page, you have to be on the same page. You know what I mean? And then y'all babies could come together, see how they interact with each other, blah, 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 whatever. All right? Don't have your child sit in front of the TV all day. Don't have your child sit in front of the TV all day watching, TV. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's educational stuff, you have to keep your stuff. You have to keep the eyes off the actual electronic product, off the actual light from the screen. You have to cut the TV off. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Cut the screen time off. All right? Don't have your child sitting there because, babysitting the TV because, you want to go take a shower, you know what I mean, real quick. So you let the child, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, the child's watching TV all day, you know what I mean? You on a phone, you know what I mean, on your phone with somebody for 2-3 hours, the child's on TV watching whatever, you know what I mean? So don't do that. It's going to hurt your child's eyes. That's why they have LED, they have plasma. There's a reason, man. Light enters your eyes and it's going to weaken your kids' eyes and it's going to weaken their minds also. All right. So be mindful of that. One thing you have to be mindful about also is the electronics that you have in your house. If you have a modem, a Wi-Fi modem, there's a reason why they tell you to keep it away, far away. It gives out radiation. So listen, if you have a modem, you plug it in. If you bring it close to you, you can feel that radiation. You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep that radiation away from your child, away from the child's brains, away from the child's organs. You know what I'm saying? Away from you. That's why they tell you put that in the closet somewhere. So yeah, so that stuff has radiation that comes out of that you know what I'm saying, that battery that's in there. All electronics, you know what I'm saying? Laptops, you know what I'm saying? From batteries, radiation. Keep that stuff off your, you know what I'm saying, your groin area. Keep that stuff away from your head area. Cell phones. Keep all that stuff away from your child. Be very mindful of your environment. Your environment includes what's inside your house, all right? These batteries, they give off radiation. You don't want to be sitting there and your Your phone is your alarm clock. You know what I mean? You got like 2, 3 phones now. You know what I'm saying? All them joints right there by the baby. You know what I mean? By you. All that stuff is giving off signals and stuff that energy that you can't see with the naked eye, but a computer, a scanner, all that other stuff that that's hidden. You know, all this high tech stuff. They'll be able to see that stuff, and it's all affecting the child. Yes. Like I said, man, everything I know, man, is all coming from wisdom, man. So don't question what I said, man. I don't care if you work for a top cell phone company, man. I don't care. You being paid to say, hey, man, he's lying. Man, you know what I mean? I'm raising my child, so how you gonna tell me no? I mean, you can't argue with a man that's raising a child the right way. It's impossible, bro. It's like going against the laws of nature. It's like going against a wave or a hurt. You can't stop all that stuff, man. All right. And of course, when your baby's very young as a newborn, start reading, man. If you yourself can't read, you yourself, wasn't a reader, this is a good time to start reading, man. Now, I start educating yourself. You know what I mean? It goes back to when you're back on the table, when you're in front of the table, when you're in that table, when you first find out your girl's pregnant, you're on that table. Being at that table don't mean you go on that table, you know what I mean, once a day. No, you're at that table every day, man. You're talking about educating yourself, everything that you're going to prepare yourselves with. Make sure you have those tools for that child. So you're reading books, man. Reading books that makes sense. Or like Google Gaga, yeah, Dr. Seuss, Itsy Bitsy. We're not reading goofy, dumb stuff to the child, man. We're reading regular words, man. Regular books. Read a textbook to your child. You know what I mean? Read an adult book, not an adult, meaning read a book that's not baby level. You know what I'm saying? Read a book with big words. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Switch it up, bro. Your baby will understand a big word faster than you understand a 3-letter word, man. You'll be amazed, man. Switch it up, man. All right? Teach your child, any type of word, metamorphosis, you know what I'm saying? Teach your child that word, not, you know what I mean, Barney, you know what I mean? So, start teaching your child real information, man. Real information, not Google Gaga. Not, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that you like. Now, you're not teaching your child about the Dallas Cowboys. You're not teaching your child about the Commanders or the Redskins. You're not teaching your child about the Patriots and the Steelers and the 49ers and the Chiefs and all that nonsense, man. All that entertainment stuff. All the basketball. Or, you're not teaching your child about none of that worshiping celebrities, athletes, none of that. I don't care if you Jordan, Iverson, all them, or Katie is your favorite. You know what I mean? You're not bringing that to your child. You're not gonna project that to your child. Stop deriding celebrities and other entities, and then you're gonna put that to your child. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't do that to your child. Let your child, you know what I mean, be free. That's you enslaving your child. Is what you're doing. You're oppressing your own child when you teach children the stuff that your oppressor is teaching you. You're oppressing your child when you're teaching stuff that your oppressor gave you. Do you understand what the hell I just said, bro? Break that down, man. So it is what it is, man. Everything that you know, and then now you're gonna teach your child that stuff. That's the stuff that your oppressor told you. That's the stuff your enemy told you and taught you. No, get the real information, get the truth, and then teach your child the truth. Don't teach your child the stuff that you know, because you don't know nothing. You're dumb. You don't know. You just know what you learned in the textbook. You just know what your mama told you. All that stuff is just a bunch of nonsense. But you don't know the truth. You can have all the information you want, but you got to know the truth, man. All right, so yeah, man, I teach my kids the truth, man. So if you start reading to your kids, man, just read a regular book, man. Man, you don't want to read the dictionary to your kid, to your newborn. Read it over and over and over. Read the thesaurus. Read the dictionary. It ain't even got to be a story. Read all them words, man. So the more words you start programming and putting in their brain, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna build up their memory, man. Trust me, man. That's how you program your child, man. All right. And start playing educational games, man. You know what I mean? Start doing stuff like that, man. Instead of listening to music, instead of listening to stuff on the radio, start having intellectual conversations with your own child, man. Make yourself smart so your child can be smart. All right? If you're dumb, you know what I'm saying? If you're a dumb parent, you don't know much, and you know that, just start reading, bro. Start reading stuff about health. Start reading stuff about spirituality. Start reading stuff about African history. Start reading stuff about financial literacy. Start reading stuff about growing your food. Start reading stuff about just regular stuff like that. Yeah, the human anatomy. You know what I mean? All that stuff. And then start passing that stuff to your kids. Let them read, man. Start reading to your kids, man. Stop being lazy, man. Take a couple hours, just read. It'll put your kid to sleep. That's a good trick right there. You know what I mean? You want something to do, you got to go to work.